You know, the older I get, the more I reminisce about the good old times in gaming. The late 90s, early 2000s, even before that, where I was still trying to walk and play a game at the same time. And it was a great time because we did have a lot of things that we sadly no longer possess. The physical discs, for example, and playing offline or putting a cartridge in your game console and just not having to be perpetually online or subscribed or just renting your game instead of owning it and being it yours forever and having your license being pulled for any reason at any time that a company needs fit. And while we do still have some of that still remaining and we do still have some ownership, it is quickly diminishing. And now there's one game that is perpetually going to remove it and going to set a new and very worrying standard. And that game is GTA 6. Greetings, ladies and gents. My name is Helzo, the Bearded Vulcan Blabbermouth, and I am discussing. Click that like button, subscribe, and become a member of the channel to help me grow and help homeless animals and animals in shelters with food, medicine, and anything we can accomplish and do. Thank you very much, and now back to the video. GTA 6 is set to release on November 19th of 2026, and already we have some very worrying news from the company. We don't have a gameplay trailer, which is very funny. However, they're already raising questions that if the gaming industry needs that sort of game and how will it continue, because GTA 6, a prominent giant that is going to set standards after it releases, and it's going to most probably make a fucking several billions of dollars, they're going to be setting precedents that are so anti-gamer that they might just destroy the industry, or at least the AAA part of it completely. We're starting with this. We are seeing both versions of GTA 6, the standard and the ultimate edition, with the standard being priced at $80. And we're already into some new territory that is not entirely good. $80 is going to be the new standard for video games. It used to be 50, then 60, and now it's going to 80, and probably is going to go to more very, very soon. And that is because games like GTA 6, who are absolute giants, who can't fail virtually, they are not set to failure at all just because of how big they are, do have the luxury of setting those standards for everybody, for all other companies, and to show them that yes, if we can do it, you can do it, despite Rockstar putting allegedly several billions into making GTA 6 for 13 years. And as you can see, you have the standard edition on which you have the game, you have some vintage Vice City pack pre-order bonuses, and you have a digital store pre-order bonus, which is 1 free month of GTA Plus, and you have all the other things that are excluded only for the ultimate edition, which is going to be priced at $100. That includes some shops, some styles, some decorative options, and some vehicles that are just going to be locked away. Now, none of this is technically considered story or game vital content. However, it is part of the game, and a lot of people are saying that this is basically just them giving you an incomplete game instead of giving you a game and then setting up a DLC if anyone wants, with more and more unlockable stuff. And that is just the case. While it might not be story critical or game critical, it's still part of the game, and at that price point, the game should be complete as it is, and then they can ask for at least additional story content, DLCs, additional packs and stuff like that for whoever wants. But giving you basically a bare minimum and a skeleton of a game and telling you, yeah, just pay us more and then you can unlock all the fun that you should deserve in the beginning, is just very, very malicious in my opinion. But that's not all. We are also getting a very troubling report that GTA 6 will not have a standard physical edition. Oh, believe me, it will have a physical edition, but it's not going to be a physical copy. No, it's going to be basically a box, or maybe a small box package that is going to contain a code, a digital code for you to redeem and basically download your game. That's going to be your physical copy. From Grumps, yeah, Rockstar lied to you. Back in February, the internet called the rumor that GTA 6 will be digital only to fight leakers. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick came out to say that that's not true. Technically, he used weasel words. He never said there would be a disc. He claimed a strong physical presence. What he meant was empty boxes. Will anyone care? No, it will still sell well. But why did he have to lie? And from this GTA 6 fan account says physical copies of GTA 6 will include digital download codes and there will be no discs available. I really don't understand this decision. I mean, if I'm buying a physical copy, I expect something physical, not a download. And from Pirate Nation, to top it off, bad news, a new report says Rockstar currently has no plans to release GTA 6 on a game disc. According to a source familiar with Rockstar's plans, recent rumors about the disc version came from people misunderstanding internal information. The source said that the rumors were based on hopeful interpretations, not actual plans. The report explains that when Rockstar mentioned a physical copy, it referred to the already announced boxed version that includes a download code instead of a disc. It also says comments about following months refer to the time after this week's announcements, not months after the game's release. So basically, we're not going to be having physical copies, which means we're not going to be owning such a game. We're going to have a digital code to download the game instead of just having a digital, and you're probably gonna get a somewhat of a box with pretty pictures or something like that, and you're not going to have anything else to show for. You're not going to be owning the game, you're not going to be able to play it offline, you're not going to just be able to be a owner. You're going to be another renter, because that's what they want. You will own nothing and be happy. That's what they really want. And the interesting thing is that on both things that we just covered, we have a lot of people that are defending GTA 6 and Rockstar, like this guy redacted saying, people crying about GTA 6 not having this, gotta let that go. Like 90% of game sales are digital now. To which I said, a physical release does not mean getting an empty box. A physical release means having a physical version of the game, basically a disc. You also see a lot of these things like delusional takes posting from ADO. If the $20 difference between the GTA 6 Standard Edition and Ultimate Edition makes you upset, you shouldn't be playing video games. Go get a job and reevaluate your priorities. Now, it's absolutely crazy to me that people will be defending this, especially with the rising price. I know that there are some major, absolute, freakishly devoted GTA 6 fans and Rockstar fans and whatnot. However, there at certain points you need to be critical and basically keep that company on a reality check, because that's what fans need to do. Because if you don't do that, the company just goes amok and they can do whatever they want. And if they know that enough people are just going to be licking their boots and not going to ask questions, just consume and be happy for the next product, then they're never gonna change. Let's be completely honest here. We live in a world that everything is becoming more and more expensive. Consoles are becoming more expensive, PC parts are becoming more expensive, food, gas, everything. And for games and digital games, not physical, not actually spending money to create discs, to brand them, to make a case for them, to have them distributed and to have them in stores, to sign deals with stores of a split in revenue, and just having a digital code and upping your selling prices like that when you are giving us virtually less is absolutely insane. In today's world, we are struggling more and more, at least normal people, to put food on the table, to continue living the life that they live and have the fun that they do deserve to live, because that's what video games are. They're the escapism that will get us away from the shit show that is reality and will give us a little bit of a more of a fantasy world where we can be anything and anyone we want and do whatever the fuck we want. That's what's calming us down. But if that becomes too damn expensive, like Steam machine, like with the new prices of Xbox, and now with GTA 6 setting basically a standard that it's probably going to be followed by the gaming industry as $80 being the bare minimum, and most games even costing up to $90 and $100, that's just not gonna work. Yes, we'll still have indie games that are going to be cheaper, but there are also a lot of people that wanna play major titles, and if you make major titles inaccessible and squash people with those ridiculous prices, with the cut content, with the lack of physical copy, especially for the collectors that they want to have it as a disc and they want to be proud owners of a game, then it's going to crash. The gaming industry is just going to eventually crash. People are not going to stand up for it. The backlash against GTA 6 is major. Now, I don't think it's going to crash the game sales. I don't think it's going to hurt them in a very sensible way, because they will probably sell at least 50 million copies, in my opinion. But it is going to hurt more and more, and one of these days in one of these companies, a blow like that will be too devastating and it will crash everything. So if that's what the gaming industry wants, well, they're on the right path, but that's not what we want. And I think it's important for more and more people to talk about that and to showcase that they do not agree with these practices, in order for us to actually have a better gaming industry moving forward. But that's only going to happen if people speak up and don't just accept the boot that is being shoved in their ass constantly. But anyways, that's all I have for this video today. Thank you very much for watching. Please tell me down in the comments, what do you think about this situation? Do you agree with the prices being higher, that what Rockstar is doing is worse, or you're just gonna buy the game and enjoy it for whatever price they tell you to? Please tell me what you think down in the comments below. Please press the subscribe button and the membership button to become a member of the DiscussThing Guild and help me and help homeless animals and animals in shelters, and thus making the world a little bit better place for them. Thank you very much. My name is Chaos, this was DiscussThing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers and stay fresh.